Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I'm Rukari, and we're back with another episode of Purrfect Date. And you know, I was not a great person in the last episode. Let's give this one more shot. Let's try and figure out what the appropriate things to do for these cat is. I'm gonna try and skip over most of the stuff we've already seen, but we'll get back to the important decision. You know, we'll get back to anything that matters on Cat Island. Okay? Give me like 2 seconds. That's cute. It's 2 days later, you see, because we were here for a couple days and then we turned into a cat. Hello, I say, can you hear me? Are you okay? Here we go again. Move back a bit, let him breathe. Has it been bitten? The Sphinx cat is standing over me, staring as I open my eyes. Yes, definitely bitten. Look at its hand. I bring the hand up to my face, and through brilliant vision, I can make out several deep scratches and puncture marks. The cats watch me intently. Is this real? I read something in the journal about kidnapping. Catnapping! We're sorry. It was the only way. You stole the journal. Oh, but I gave it back to you. Like that excuse is ever gonna work, lady. But why did you take it? To lure you out of here, sucker. There's no need for rudeness, Kibbles. My head has begun clear, and I realize that if I contact these cats, not only is it all true, but it's already too late. I have sickness. We need to have a talk, human. No, we don't. I know what's going on here. I read all about it from your last victim. Now, Kara, that's not very nice. We prefer to think of you as our champion and friend. McMurphy, you silver-tongued Irish charmer. My reputation goes before me. Oh, I know who you all are from the journal, so let's cut to the chase here. We just did that, dummy. You know what I mean. What happens now? That rather depends on you, human. Listen, am I gonna help you or not? This is even worse than the last time. I'm not getting any of the fluffy explanation. I just got a book saying how shitty you guys were, and then you steal from me? No way, not a chance. I'm not helping you. Help you after what you did to me? How could I ever trust you? You steal from me, put me in mortal danger, lie to get what you want? What would you do in my situation? Exactly. Ouch! This ludicrous story about werecats is enough to make me think I must be going insane. So no, it's up to you to sort out what is going on here. I have enough on my hands looking after myself. Lame. What did I tell you? I knew the human lacked the intellect and stamina to be a part of our research. You rude, self-opinionated moggy. I would sooner turn into a cat than help you. There's a shocked silence. Slowly, the small calico pads up to me. I'm so sorry, human. If there was some way I could help you, I would. Trixie begins to sob quietly before turning away. My eyesight begins to blur, but I can just make out the cats retreating into the thick growth of the forest. Doesn't matter, I'm a cat now. I do all the same things, but now I am a cat. Can't remember, I'm a cat. So, didn't go so well for him either, but you know what? I think, maybe if we just work out our differences, maybe the next person, Rukari the third. Nope, I said, let me. Let me do the third. Fine. We'll do it with just like that. Rukari! That works. I'll probably be able to do the IV at least. That'll show up better. Alrighty. We're back to the main question. But listen, we're still getting kidnapped. You haven't come up with a way to make me trust you. So you know what, it's fine. I'm just gonna turn into a cat. I don't even need to not be a cat. You guys could all be sad. I wanna be a cat. Well, maybe that's something you haven't stopped to consider. No. Nope, still not gonna help you. This is my last chance to actually help these cats. We've refused every time before. And here it is. The final time. And I really should help, but I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm a monster. I refuse to help you all. We will all be doomed to cat forever until we're all dead. We made it back. Also, it says we worked for weeks, but it only shows 2 days every time I get a new ID card. But that's fine, you know. She's cute. She's adorable. Little dapple cat. But, ooh! I unlocked something new called the Hatch. That's great. That's fun. I got an achievement for Chapter 6. That's lovely. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Ooh. Hi, judgmental looking cats. Guys, the new research assistant has just stepped off the boat. I ran as fast as I could. We already know about their arrival. Had you been on time for the meeting, you would understand that it doesn't matter anymore. What doesn't matter? I'm afraid you missed the most important point on the agenda, Trix. We've been outvoted. Outvoted? Yeah, sucks to be you! But that's not fair. You can't vote without me present. Apparently we can. I tried to cause a delay, if that's any consolation, my dear. But I was gathering intel to make the vote more informed. I can assure you that the new assistant looks much more promising than any we've had so far. Oh, Kara, you know this plan doesn't work. We've got to stop. We've got to fight far too many humans already. It is all rather exhausting doing the same thing over and over. You try to judge me? Wrinkly face? Unexpected different results. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. But that's ridiculous. The more we try, the greater the chances of success. Come on, guys. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. What if this is the one who will free us, the one who will figure it all out? Please, I adore you, my dear, but you really are so naive. Figure it all out. Forgive my merriment, but it is all rather amusing. What's so funny about it? I think what Snooty is saying, Kara, is that the humans don't seem to be able to get the right balance to be of much help. To us. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Who's Jack? It's true, they burn themselves out with work. Or just lays around all day canoodling with the cats. Or make rash choices they can't take back. So we need to help them get the right balance. I cannot give up without a fair shot at it. Please? I'm with you. I believe if we monitor them more closely, we may have a chance. Murph, you're a gambler. Take one last punt, eh? How can I say no to that angelic face? Hurrah! Revote! Ah, man. Well, can we just get on with it? I'm missing out on some important beauty sleep. Okay, cast your vote. The end. What kind of game do you think this is? We are all missing in action. Great! Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Hey, we got some extras though. Meet the devs. Okay, back to the screen. I don't care about the credits. I do... How do I get to the extras? Okay. In all seriousness. Can I actually continue? Nope, it just gives me the end. In all seriousness, though, we should play the actual game. So we'll go ahead and restart. New game, new us. Same bad decisions we made before. You know what? I'm gonna be... Let's be blue shirt. Alrighty. This time, we'll skip to the decision and we'll actually make the right one. I promise. Okay? Okay. Okay. Made all the same decisions as before. Devil decisions included. We're gonna do the right thing. Not much of a choice, really, is it? Afraid not. I'm gonna help you. Fine. Okay, I'll help you. So I can play the actual game. Because, you know, that's kind of key to this whole scenario. So where do I start? Is there anything you can tell me that will help me track down your missing friends? Will no one listen to sense? Start with amorous. And I'll leave my hat if it doesn't end there, too. Don't mind him. He's set in his ways. We have every reason to believe the abductions take place in your part of the island. Yes, nowhere near the danger zone or the elders. Well, that doesn't make much sense. I suppose nothing does around this place. My catalog starts beeping. Oh, my alarm! I have to get to work! You run along now. We don't want you raising suspicions with your people. You can meet with us later. I'll make sure those reports are in your tent before this evening. Thanks, Kara. You're 1 in a million. I imagine the odds are far greater than that, given your new health status. Go. And thanks from all of us. After a rather painful journey, I am very grateful to finally limp into camp. I have just enough time to get myself tidied up for work, and I'm about to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalog beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Popper programmed into it. In fact, there's no contact information at all. Unknown number. Are you sure it is wise to trust everyone? Anyone? What on earth does that mean? Who is this? There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confide in. Oh dear. Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone and my catalog has no record of them. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. I'm gonna regret the whole devil thing, aren't I? As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good impression on my first morning. Are we the ones taking the cats? Because I wouldn't put it past us to just be taking the cats. Ah, Rukari! Good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day? I'm terribly sorry, sir. I think the traveling and all the excitement of yesterday. I take punctuality very seriously. He cuts across my apology. Not to worry. It's perfectly understandable. You'll find I'm quite relaxed about most things as long as you get the work done. I forgot to look at the... he said something. Keep something. Thank you, sir. So, shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth happened to you? He's looking at the scratches all over my hands. Oh, I fell and tried to save myself by grabbing onto a bush. Not a secret drinker, are you, Rukari? Oh, no, sir, I'm a bit of a lightweight to tell you the truth. Just teasing. We ought to get those hands sorted out, though. They look pretty nasty to me. He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bottle and some cotton wool. He begins cleaning and tending to my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things, but from tomorrow I'll let you make your own choices about how best to carve up your time. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out your job as my research assistant, however, try to make the most of your time on the island. Once your work is complete, we'll be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab. Just like Gibbles. Naturally, I need your help around here, but I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot to see. Take the time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of their behavior is crucial to our research. There is plenty to see and do. However, you must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? I'll try to get the balance right. That's the spirit. So there you are. He's done a first-class job on my wounds, and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. I spend the rest of the day with the professor, getting to know how the various pieces of equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, learning some of the basic duties. So this is what they were talking about at the end with balance. I'm guessing everyone, you can mess up in more interesting ways than just saying no the whole time. By the end of the day, I am exhausted and I make my way to my tent. I'm about to flop down on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. It's the reports that Kibbles promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn into cat? Are they all cats? Are all the talking cats cats who used to be people? I decide that's not an option and resolve to get going on my own research into it tomorrow. My instincts tell me that the cats will be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. I need to gain their trust and see if I can't get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write in my journal before I fall asleep. Great. First morning of waking up on the island. I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into lab research? Maybe it would be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself. Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. There is, in fact, only one cat I really trust. Hey, I got a new achievement, new job. Okay. Oh, extras. This must be the hatch. I want to look at the hatch. This can't go wrong. I'm out for a jog this morning. This is a new development for me. I wouldn't dream of jogging on the mainland, but I seem to have so much extra stamina here that running has become a real pleasure for me. I'm listening to some music on my catalog in a world of my own when... Ouch! I've stumbled on some overgrown roots and gone sprawling along the forest floor. Cat-like stamina, but not the cat-like grace. I check myself over, and apart from a bruised ego, everything's fine. I'm about to stand up when I notice the sun glance off something metal. My head is very close to the ground, and if I move upwards, I lose sight of it. So I inch my way forwards, towards the glinting mound. I find the moss comes away in one large flap. It's obviously artificial, some kind of camouflage. Behind the covering is a round metal hatch, the type of door you might find on a submarine. I'm aware of how alone I am, and that it's probably not very wise, but my curiosity gets the better of me and I turn the lever handle. Not even a cat yet, and curiosity is already killing you. The door opens surprisingly easily. It must be in regular use, and I see a vertical metal ladder leading down under the ground. Hello? Hello? I climb to the bottom to discover a small dugout with nothing in it other than an old-looking computer and a tortoiseshell cat. Oh, it's a Lost reference. Are you Oliver? She's punching in a sequence of numbers. Left paw, nose, left paw, right paw, nose, over and over. No, I'm Rukari. Who are you? I'm 23. Well, hello, 23? What are you doing? I'm waiting for Oliver. Have you seen him? No, why? He's 24. Sorry, I don't understand. What's that you're doing there? I'm keeping the numbers going until 24 gets here. What numbers? These numbers. And she looks at the machine on which she's tapping. Left paw, right paw, nose. But why? 22 told me to. But why? 21 told her to. Okay, I can see where this is going. Who is number 1? That would be Felix. He's number 1. Do I know him? The little cat giggles. Stop it! You'll make me lose count. Why don't you just stop now? I have to wait for 24 to take over from me. If you see him, will you tell him he has to push the button? Okay, 23. I'll do that. Or... I have a feeling whatever she's going to say next will not be a good idea. You could always take over from me and wait for 24 instead? Sure! Well, I suppose I can finish your shift for you. 24 won't be long, will he? No, not at all. I'm sure he's on his way as we speak. The combination is left, right, middle. You can remember that, can't you? Yeah, that seems simple enough. I hear the cat's footsteps get fainter as she climbs the metal ladder and leads me to my work. What was the order the cat gave me again? Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. How long do I have to do this for? Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. 24 will be here soon, right? Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. 24 never came. Well. I think that just proves how much of an idiot I am. But hey, you know what? We at least agreed to help. We're not the worst person. Okay, let's do some recon. Oh, I give like little, I can't identify. Okay, I can do recon with the security guard or the strange message in the middle of the night. That's one thing. I can work on research. My research options are round up some kitties, field trip with the professor, or organize samples, or romance. I mean, you know, it is February, it is the month of love. But I only have the option for McMurphy or Snooty Booty, and I'm not too keen on that. Okay, so let's do some recon with my Mixery text message. I hear my catalog beeping. I presume it's the professor. I tumble out of bed, half asleep, and fumble around looking for the device. I look at the screen, my eyes struggling to focus. The message isn't from the professor at all. There's no contact information. Come outside. Who is this? Come outside. They aren't gonna answer, so we might as well go outside and look and see who's messaging us. My curiosity is aroused. I have a feeling there's something important to learn from this stranger, so I throw on my clothes and crawl out of my tent. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Anyone out here? My catalog beeps again. Walk to the edge of the forest. I'm not going any further until you tell me who you are. Walk to the edge of the forest. No. Walk to the edge of the forest. Walk to the edge of the forest. Walk to the edge of the forest. Stop it! By now I realize I've walked to the edge of the forest and I didn't even mean to. Subliminal messaging at its finest. At the edge of the forest, I see something on the ground. As I get closer, it becomes clear that it's a small posy of flowers. I gingerly pick them up and notice that several of the flower heads are missing. My catalog beeps again. Follow the petals. And that's when I see the trail of little orange petals, the same color as the bouquet I'm holding. Well, I've come this far, no turning back now. I begin to walk. I'm nervous, so I call out. Hello? Murder movie killer? Horror monster? No answer. Louder this time. Hello? Hello? No, that's deep. Hello? Who is that? Who goes there? Major? Is that you, Floofy Butt? I really wish you wouldn't call me that. Human, what on earth do you think you're playing at, cavorting around the forest in the dead of night, causing a ruckus? Oh, Major, you don't know how pleased I am to see you. I need your help. This can't wait until a civilized hour. I'm afraid it can't. I'm not the one investigating this. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source. Wait, what? I'm afraid I'm not the one instigating this. That makes more sense. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source asking me to follow them into the forest. Look, they've left this trail. Candula maritima. Marigolds, herbs of the sun. They're said to represent creativity. Though some believe them to be symbols of cruelty and grief. Your knowledge is always so impressive, but I have to say on this occasion it's not very comforting. Floofy goes striding off with purpose. Come along then, Rukari. Are we going to follow this trail or not? I shuffle awkwardly behind him. Before the sun comes up, eh? We continue on for a short while and notice that the petals are getting more sparse. It's becoming more difficult to see them until eventually they seem to run out and we find ourselves at a small clearing. Well, it appears somebody has been playing a joke on you, Rukari. I sadly agree. This has been nothing but a wild goose chase. Seems so, Major. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Let's get back to our beds before we waste any more precious snooze time on this fool. I turn to Floofy Butt and notice that his back is arched and his fur is puffed up, making him look even more floofy than usual. Something wrong, Major? You tell me, human. Does that pile of rocks look suspicious to you? Amongst myriad rock piles, I notice a small, contrived-looking cairn. Floofy Butt's right. It looks far from natural. That looks to me like it's asking to be inspected, Major. Well, get to it, Rukari. You're the one with the thumbs. I begin to dismantle the small mound, rock by rock. It's not until the foundation stone is removed that we find a manila envelope. Major, look, it's a letter. Looks rather large for a letter, my dear. I think you ought to open it. Here or back at base? Having got you this far, I think it's only fair that I have equal share of the spoils. Spoils? Yes, perhaps we should look right now, Major. As I'm speaking, I've torn into the envelope. Well, out with it! It looks like drawings. What sort of drawings? I'm not sure, but they look quite old, antique even. But do they have value, human? He's a greedy old miser. Probably to someone. They appear to be sketches of people here on the island, but I don't recognize anyone. Why would someone lead me to these? How do you know you were meant to find them? Because we followed a trail and it led us here. Actually, the trail ended a while back. This could be a mere coincidence. I hardly see the intrigue in a few old scribbles. They show no artistic flair at all. Even so, I'm gonna hang on to these to see if they prove relevant to whatever mystery is unfolding here on this island. Floofy Butt rolls his eyes. You really ought to focus more on the clues that matter instead of running around in the middle of the night on wild goose chases. Let's head back before anyone discovers you're missing. I roll up the drawings, tuck them into my waistband. I will study them when I have more time. I think Floofy Butt is probably right, but I don't want to miss a trick. I'm still betting that the cats that we're dating used to be people who worked on the island. Get some rest now, Rukari. Finally, a sensible suggestion. I had it for Floofy Butt. Struggling to keep up. I really need some sleep. Okay, we've made progress. 1.4% towards the antidote. Can I do any more interesting recon? Not really. Who can I romance today? Come on, give me Trixie. Dang it! Okay. Well, McMurphy's a nice second choice. You know, I get to do the Irish accent. I do have fun with that. Cara, wake up! Huh? Mummy, is that you? Shh, quiet, Cara. Come with me. I have something to show you, but you have to be quiet. McMurphy? Yes, it's me. But it's the middle of the night. Ah, Cara, you're not scared, are ya? No, I'm tired. I had to work all day. Why would I be scared? Creeping around in a forest in the middle of the night? Don't worry, Cara, I'll be there to protect you. McMurphy, you know very well that there's a force field around this island stopping anything from the outside getting in. It makes this a pretty safe place. Besides, you are a cat, I am a human. I can just kick you into the sky if I wanted to. Indeed, so the only things you have to worry about are the things that are already here. He leers at me with a mock snarl. Seriously, Murph? If you're the worst threat here, then this is the safest place on Earth. So come on, Cara, what are you waiting for? Following an Irish cat into the woods. I follow the scraggy cat into the forest. The ground is wet and muddy, and I lose my footing a couple of times, but McMurphy is too determined to notice. Suddenly, he stops dead in his tracks. Here we are! Where is here, McMurphy? We're in the woods, in some nondescript spot. He ignores my question and starts digging into some mud and leaves on the ground. Almost got it. Could use a hand, Cara, if you don't mind. Get these leaves out of the way. That's it. Here we are. Okay. We keep digging until there's a fairly deep hole in the ground. My arms and nightclothes are covered in mud and leaves, and McMurphy looks like a bog monster in the darkness. Ta-da! Ta-da! Can't you see it, Cara? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I always forget how useless human eyes are in the dark. Just reach into the hole and take out whatever you find. I reluctantly reach into the burrow and feel something hard and cold against my hand. I wrap my fingers around it and pull it out. I know the shape, but my eyes can hardly process it. It's a bottle? That's right, Cara. This is my secret stash. No one knows about it, not a soul, but I thought I'd share it with you. Thought we could have a kind of welcome to the island party for two. Secret stash? Is this booze? McMurphy lets out a wild laugh. That it is, Cara! You drink alcohol, but you're a cat. That can't be good for your body. It's not good for any bodies, but it does wonders for the soul, to be sure, to be sure. Well, I suppose you're right there, McMurphy. I guess one little nip couldn't hurt. That's the spirit! I try in vain to get some of the mud off of me before giving up and sitting down against a tree. A sodden McMurphy curls up in my lap. It takes a while to uncork the bottle. McMurphy keeps telling me to smash it open and that the shards of glass will only add to the flavor. But eventually I succeed. My way. I pour a little out for McMurphy into a leaf and self-consciously swig from the bottle, feeling a touch uncivilized. Ugh, McMurphy, what in heaven's name is this? Ah, now, don't worry about that, Cara. It's not about the taste, it's about the company. I hardly think I'm the type of person you'd usually hang around with. Well, I usually hang around with cats, but they're not exactly what you call my type. I respond by widening my eyes as I take another swig from the bottle. Somehow it tastes less terrible the second time around. I find humans much more interesting. They usually have a lot to say, present company accepted. McMurphy winks at me with his huge green eyes, and I blush, trying desperately not to show how boring I feel compared to him. Don't take it harsh, I'm only joking, Cara. McMurphy, I've been meaning to ask you something for a while now. Anything, Cara, ask away. I'd love for us to get to know each other a little better. This Cara thing, you know my name is... The rest of my sentence is drowned out by McMurphy's howls of laughter. Ah, you make me laugh, Cara, you really do. I know exactly what your name is, Lucari. Cara is just, it's like a pet name, you know? Cara means friend, buddy, amigo. It's something my mommy used to call her people, and I guess it just stuck. It's one of the few things I remember about her, actually. That and her beautiful smile. Hey, flash me your pearly whites. I smile at McMurphy awkwardly. He bursts into fists of laughter again. Oh, that's a lovely smile, to be sure, but you need to grow into it yet. But I have a top up over here. I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you more alcohol, McMurphy. I think you've had more than enough. In fact, I don't even want to give you I didn't even want to give you any in the first place. Did you not know that cats have 9 lives? And you want to waste them all on booze? And why not? Besides, the night is still young. We've only just begun our conversation. Come on, Cara. We've got a lot of chin wagging to do yet. Are you going to pour or not? You know, drunk people are more open anyway, so why not? Cheers. Part of me thinks I ought to be a responsible human and hear and cut off your alcohol supply, but I believe in a true democracy. Would you care to expand on that and perhaps pour the drinks as you do? The true democratic principle is that none shall have power over the people. Cats. Whatever. How inspirational. I'll toast to that. Alright, McMurphy. But on your head be it. For with the rejection of authority comes the responsibility for bearing the consequences of your actions. I pour some more of the suspect liquor into McMurphy's soggy leaf. Slant! I don't know how things work in cat protocol, but in human terms, you are a very mature, very grown-up, adult. Oh, Bills, you're over a certain age and as such can take responsibility for your own choices. I like it, spoken like a true libertine. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I can shake my tail when I feel the vibe. I can't believe I just said that. This stuff is stronger than it looks. My proverbial hat is off to ya. I feel disproportionately pleased about that. McMurphy has paid me a compliment. Say, Cara, you ever been in love? McMurphy, that second leaf has gone straight to your head. The cat smiles slyly. I'm going to take that as a yes. Are you still with him? Well, I was never technically with them to begin with. Ouch! Well, it's definitely their loss. I don't think so, McMurphy. We never actually met. Ah, you're not saying you're one of those, internet stalker types, are you? That catfish that Kibbles tells tales of? No, McMurphy, gosh. It was Bowie, okay? I was in love with David Bowie, you know? McMurphy frowns and shakes his furry head. See these eyes so green? I can stare for 1,000 years. I don't actually know the song, I'm sorry. You know. Ah, that's a Charterman story, but I'm afraid I have no idea what's going on anymore. Oh, come on, McMurphy. Everybody knows who David Bowie is. Red hair, lots of makeup, one blue eye, one brown eye. Well, I didn't know one sweet soul with a blue eye and a brown eye, but I can assure you they wouldn't be caught dead in makeup. McMurphy snorts. Well, what about you, McMurphy? Who's the love of your life? Don't have one, Cara. Never have, never will. I'm a lone wolf. I'm I'm a free agent. I'm a big old yeti out in the mountains, all hairy and smelly and alone. For some reason, I find that very hard to believe, Mr. McMurphy. Fine, you're right, I'm a fool. I'm a lovesick fool. I've had my heart broken. No! I got too drunk. Just gonna put the dialogue in here. Fine, you're right, I'm a fool. A lovesick fool. I've had my heart broken more than once, Cara, and each time hurt more than the last, I tell ya. The thing is, though, Cara, I can't remember a thing about any of them. Any of what? I don't know! What were we talking about? David Bowie? Oh, that's right, so tell me how the two of you met. McMurphy, I think I'm drunk. What the hell have we been drinking? Leave me alone. I haven't touched a drop. Ugh, I think I've got a vom. I wake up in the forest with a half-empty bottle in my hand, and McMurphy is nowhere to be seen. How the hell did I get here? I can't remember a thing. I look at my catalog. Oh, is that really the time? Crikey, I need to get to work. Okay, well, that's some kind of progress. 2% of the way to the antidote, and I think we're gonna call it here. This just keeps getting weirder and weirder, but you know what? We're just gonna try and save ourselves from this mess some way or another. Oh, this is definitely the Valentine's Day. I think that, and maybe I'm drunk. This is definitely the Valentine's Day game I thought it was gonna be, but whatever. Doesn't matter, we'll carry on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're keeping up because I'm not at all following what's happening here. But we'll make progress. That's all we can do. You know, let's make progress and then we say goodbye. Okay? Goodbye. Goodbye!